Alright guys, what's up? Working on my 32 crawler course here, or 30th or whatever. I plan to run SCX30, Orlando Hunter, Red Cat Ascent 32, and my Jaya Bailey, or Jai Bailey, or however you say that, 136 on here. Um, you've seen me do the foam stuff here, so let's go over a little overview of what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and we'll just kind of break in through certain parts here. Got my gloves on here. There's a reason for that. Let me show you what we're doing now. Alright, so there you go. There's the course as it sits currently. Now, this section over here is basically going to be changed a little bit. We're going to make like a V going up, kind of like a something over there on the top to kind of curl up and around. But we are now covering with our plaster strips. And I have to say, it's going on really well. And yes, I know I can do longer pieces over here, but for me, the smaller pieces, doing it in little controlled kind of ways, helps me out a bunch. Now over here, this is turning out really well. So I'm getting all the formation from the rocks, or what will eventually be rocks, over here. Now this is not by any means done. So once I get this covering on here, I still have to decide whether I want to put cement powder and sand, or just sand, or some fine dust pebbles or something like that on there. Haven't gotten that far yet. We will eventually figure out what we want to put on here. May do it in this video, may not. I don't know. I don't know how far we're going to get with it. So we're going to get some more coverings on here, and I'll kind of show you the basic layout of what I'm doing here. So that's kind of the purpose of this video here. So basically I build everything with boxes. You know, I got like little ramps and stuff with cardboard and things like that. That's why I wasn't worried about like sections like that. It's just there to hold long enough for me to get the plaster and stuff on there. That's the only purpose of it. Now we did some testing and stuff on it. Yes, you know, I just wanted to see if it was doable with the truck. Over here, this section over here is very hard. Mainly like right through here. Because when the truck comes up, currently it slides off of those foamy rocks. We're going to fix all that anyway, because by the time we get the plaster down and get our sand, cement, whatever we're going to do over there on the top, we're going to have grip in places where we don't now. And excuse me, we're also going to have sections that are going to be more slippery that are probably grippy now. So it's going to change the course quite a bit. The trick is just to kind of like methodically put your stuff on here, at least in my mind. So what I'm basically doing is I have these strips here. These are basically bandage strips. As you see, they're Hinton 6 rolls or whatever. They're plastic. So these are for scenery. You can use them for bandages, as you can see on the package there. Basically, you just cut them open. Come in little rolls like this. Cut them open and make your strips. Put them in a little bit of water. I got some lukewarm water here, and just lay it out. And then you'll take your finger, kind of dip it in there, and you'll get along the edges, just kind of rub it in. Yeah, it's pretty easy to do, but it's very time consuming. So that's why I don't want to show the entire process here. I will just break in as I get sections done, because it's going to be a real lengthy, boring video if I do it that way. So let's get right to it. We're going to get some more stuff probably done over here, and I'm going to start working on the V here, but I got to let sections of that dry. So we'll get some of that done now, and then we'll break in and kind of show you what I'm doing. Alright, so we got a decent amount done here. I have to actually go and get some more plaster, but it's covering really well. I just underestimated how much I would need. Now this part right here I'm really happy with. I've got like a V effect going on. I've got a nice not really gradual way up over there. It's more of a challenge for the little trucks anyway. Bigger trucks, that wouldn't be no problem for them. And then I got my edge going over here. That's where the ramp was at. This right here was where there was just a big hole, kind of like it is over here. Now, I still got a lot more to cover. And this is the staircase over here, which turned out beautifully. And yes, like I said, this is not going to be your typical staircase. I knew I wasn't leaving it that way. You'll see when it's all done how well it performs, because I've made these before and they usually work really well. So we still got to finish that, finish up some stuff over here, and of course the outside there I didn't do very much at all, but I mean, this is turning out really good. So this is turning out really nice. So now I got to decide what I'm going to put on here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the hardware store, and well, not the hardware store, I'll probably go to Home Depot and decide what to get. So, okay, so I went and got some more plastic cloth. This stuff's a little bit bigger, probably about the same amount as I had before. And I've decided what I'm going to use. I've got some medium ballast, and then I got some Talust over here, medium gray. That's what I'm going to use with some tacky spray, and those are my selected colors for the most part that's going to go on here. I even thought about putting a background up here, like a mountainous background. That would look really cool. Gonna have to do that part later though, because I don't have anything on hand. So maybe I'll get a poster or something, put a nice little backdrop on there on the sides and stuff like that, and kind of complete the scene. So yeah, let's get right to it and finish this up. Alright, so this is somewhat finished for now. I think it turned out pretty good. I got my cut in V right here. Looks a little more natural. And like I said, we'll put a backdrop or something of a mountain or whatever behind that later. Just kind of threw some paint together. Turned out really nice. And honestly, these are the only colors I've used. There's my little paintbrush, and I'm using a little bit of green right now, so I'll show you how I did this. I'm just using the sponge because it's the type of brush that it is. It kind of gives you the effect that you want. So, I mean, get an area here that I want to put a little bit of green in, like maybe in the creases or something. So I'll just kind of dab it in. Then I'll take the rest of it and I'll just kind of wipe it away. Just kind of rub it around. Until I get the desired look that I'm looking for. Yeah, that works really well. You can take and add more to this. Yeah, that's all I'm going to do for now. So now let's get to the fun part. Paint is done. Let's get to the fun part with the ballast stuff and the rocks. So I think I'm going to start probably over here. So yeah, let's get some of this done here, and then I'll show you what it looks like. And there you have it, guys. I think it turned out pretty well. I've got my rocks where I want them. I've got my ballast stuff where I want it, which is what I'm kind of looking at as sand. Yeah. Should give me plenty of grip. And it also doesn't look too bad. Now some of this stuff here I know is loose and it's going to come down. I get that. But it's the closest I can come to a realistic experience of being outside for now. So this is how I like to build my outdoor courses, or my indoor courses, to match up like the outdoor courses. Yeah, so what do you guys think? I think it turned out pretty well. Once all this stuff dries, we'll get the cat out there and see how good or bad she does on it. Yeah, man. I think. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it turned out pretty well. Still got plenty of materials left over to do add-ins if I want, or add on to it, or anything I want to do. Yeah, pretty happy with it, and I might even take some of the stuff and work on that one over there, kind of give it a little bit of a refresh. Some of the paint's coming off of it and things like that, so maybe I'll do a little bit of a refresh on that one too. All in all, though, I think it turned out pretty well, and I'm pretty happy with it for now.
As I wake, cold and wet, a very early morning, no smokes left to burn, no dew to drink, no cash to support the habit. No dew to drink, no cash to support the habit. Why?